Here's what I did this week on the farm. I maintained my compost pile. It needed a bit of watering. It needs to stay watered and I need to keep turning it with a fork. I cleared more baby greens from the field to make more transplanting space. And I was able to transplant out my squash and cucumbers, as well as my beets and eggplant. I finished staking and stringing the rest of my tomato plants, and Elizabeth helped me out with a ton of tomato pruning. Elizabeth also helped me with clearing out all the Remay from the field, which was a huge task. I made a roller. It was very exciting. I came up with a handle for it. The handle ended up not being necessary. At the farm I worked at for my first farming job, the rows were way longer and the Remay was a much more daunting task to put the Remay away. So I was kind of expecting it to be a little more closer to that difficulty-wise, but it was not. It was very smooth. We rolled up all of the Remay pieces that covered the length of a full bed and put them on a PVC pipe, kebab style. And for the partial pieces, Elizabeth showed me this way of basically daisy chaining them, so they're able to be kind of easily distinguished and storable. My next project with that is going to be figuring out how to store them long term so they're not excellent rodent traps, because I don't want to unfurl rodent piss and shit in the spring. So working on that still. I was able to pinch pepper flowers after transplanting, which kind of encourages the plant to focus on growing more as opposed to fruiting. It'll delay my first batch of fruit or peppers, but I should get a more robust harvest out of each plant as a result. So I think it'll be worth it. I also did a ton of seeding. I seeded more beets, scallions, zinnias, lettuce, marigolds, bok choy, kohlrabi, and I seeded some cabbage. I think I probably should have seeded it almost a month ago maybe, but a date I saw the first time I was looking around was July, and I kind of didn't look after that. And now, so we'll see what happens. It's the year of the cabbage, so I've got to have cabbage, and it's a really good fall crop, and it's a really good storage crop, and it's a really good preservative crop. So I feel like you got to have cabbage. The lettuce I also have to let germinate in a different room other than the greenhouse, because it has to be under 70 degrees while it germinates, or otherwise the seeds don't germinate properly. But they all sprouted before the weekend, so I was able to move into the greenhouse, which is very exciting. I harvested for 2 markets this week, as well as my week 4 CSA. For markets, I was able to harvest my Batsy blend again, which is very exciting. And this time I was able to include marigold flowers. Marigolds are an edible flower, and I just love the color pop, and I think it's fun. And I can't wait to be exploring more with edible flowers now that they're kind of all popping up. For my CSA, I harvested kohlrabi, arugula, collard greens, and I gave them a basil plant. It's a compact prospera, so it's really good for containers. It was enough that if they wanted to cook with it immediately, it's a good amount. But if you let it grow, you can get even more. So that's what I gave them. And the recipe this week was stuffed kohlrabi from the New Basics cookbook. And my friends Noor and Will came to visit. It was very exciting. I just love showing the farm to people and being able to share the harvest, and we were able to cook with a bunch of food, and it was just very fun. It's very nice, and I love them very much, and I'm very glad they were able to come. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did this week. Now time for Content Corner. This week, mostly while I was seeding, I watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I loved it. I thought it was incredible. I'm a big fan of a multiple POV movie. I just think it's I love watching storylines come together, the webs we weave, all that stuff. It was also very much like a timey-wimey movie, and the commentary on AI I agree with, and there's a child actor, I won't say much more. I thought he was incredible. He really could have tanked it, I think, and he did a great job, and he's basically the last scene, and I thought it was very fun. Yeah, it was fun. I really loved it. I love Sam Rockwell. I feel like everything he's in is incredible. Gonna mention 7 Psychopaths right now. I was obsessed with that movie when it came out in high school for me, and I just love him. And yeah, the whole cast was incredible. I love Zazie Beetz. She wasn't in like a ton of it, but yeah, she was fun. Michael Pena was incredible. Juno Temple's in it. She was really, I loved her storyline. I loved the movie. 10 out of 10 would recommend. There's some outrageous parts, and yeah, I think they did a really good job and I loved it. So you should see it if you can. And as far as what I've been listening to In the Red Clay. It's a podcast about the Dixie Mafia. It's kind of an area of modern American history that I don't really know much about. It was interesting to learn more. I thought it was well told. I thought it was interesting. And I think it was a look at the relationship sons and fathers have with each other that I thought was really beautiful, honestly, and also kind of tragic. I really recommend it. It's also like a long series, so really fills the time, which is always appreciated. That's what I watched and listened to this week. I'll catch you back here next week for week 28.